after 4 seasons there. By the way, AJ Green's still out there, isn't he? While we're at it, Dez Bryant, guys, like, why don't we just get the top 5 receivers from 2017, right? They're all available. Let's bring, you can see Dan Graziano and Sam Macho. Graz, what's the latest on these receivers starting with OBJ?
Yeah, Odell Beckham suffered a significant knee injury, you remember, in the Super Bowl. That's obviously affected his market. Teams aren't sure when he's going to be ready to play. I wouldn't rule out a return to the Rams. Yes, they signed Allen Robinson, but they also traded Robert Woods. They liked having Odell. He liked being there, and it's possible that could work out. Although, if we get deeper into the offseason and someone gets encouraging news on his health, maybe it motivates someone like a Kansas City or a Green Bay to take a shot on him. Julio Jones' market has been pretty quiet since the Tennessee Titans released him. He's a veteran guy, obviously can help somebody, but he didn't have a very good year in Tennessee, didn't play very much, didn't practice very much. There are a lot of people thinking he might be a good fit in Indianapolis with Matt Ryan, his old friend from Atlanta. Of course, that's in Tennessee's division, so the ability of him to sign there at a receiver-needy Indianapolis, Tennessee cut him anyway, tells you what they think of that. And then Jarvis Landry's had an interesting offseason since the Browns cut him. There were discussions about him going to Atlanta or New Orleans when it looked like Deshaun Watson might go to one of those places. Then when Watson picked Cleveland, it looked like Landry might try and get back there. That hasn't worked out. He has fired his agent. He's hoping the changing agents helps him find the deal he's after. There's still plenty of teams out there that could use him. Philly would be a good fit. Pittsburgh as a Juju Smith-Schuster replacement. But the problem is teams see Jarvis Landry as a slot receiver only, and Jarvis sees himself as something more, and there is the disconnect on the finances.
So, meantime, Sacho, I make the joke about 2017, but go back to 2010. Best receiver in the game, let's say it was Julio Jones. Then it was AB, then Odell, and then AJ Green if you want to be polite and make it 4 instead of 3, right? Okay, all those guys are available right now, right? But AB comes with problems, and Julio Jones ain't the same, and neither is AJ Green. Last time we saw Odell, Sacho, he was on his way to being Super Bowl MVP. What team needs to go out and sign one of these big-name receivers?
Well, it's the Rams. Just like Graziano said, he said the Rams may be interested in bringing them back. The Rams should bring back Odell Beckham Jr. Towards the end, the last 5 games, he was finding his stride with this offense. More catches and more receiving yards in every single game the last 5 games of the season. Obviously culminating with the Super Bowl where he got hurt in the second quarter, but he still was on pace to be Super Bowl MVP with the touchdowns and catches. So it needs to be the Rams. Even though he's injured, they got Allen Robinson who can help. Pause that.
My eyeballs tell me if Odell is just what he was in the Super Bowl, he's an elite receiver still. That looks like an elite receiver to me. I'm sorry, and none of the other guys do. Dan, we have 10 seconds.
Yes.
Not so sure, Dan, huh?
Oh, he caught a lot of touchdowns.
We have 5
Not just
seconds.
the Super Bowl. Odell was a big part of what they did late in the season.
That's right. Thanks, guys. That's it for this Just In. NBA Today is right now. We're back Monday, 2 p.m.
Welcome to NBA Today, presented by Credit Karma.
Welcome to NBA Today, presented by Credit Karma. I'm Malika Andrews, and what a show we have for you today, including huge news from LeBron James, who tweeted this. Well, it would be huge news if it wasn't April Fool's Day. I think LA Times' Kyle Goon speaks for all of us when he wrote, "If it's an April Fool's joke, it's my favorite kind, the one that briefly gives you a heart attack." That was our entire newsroom this morning. But really, what we have on the show is Woj live on LeBron and AD's status. Big perk. He is going all in on James Harden. You're going to want to hear that. But we have to start with the Greek freak, who's on a quest for championship number 2, and it is in full swing.
What is your goal for your career?
I want to be NBA player.
With the 15th pick, the Milwaukee Bucks select Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I still don't believe this is happening. I know I'm not ready, but I have a lot of work ahead of me. But I'm not afraid. I will give everything.
Antetokounmpo on the fade, it's good! At the buzzer!
There's so much more that I can do.
The 2020 Most Valuable Player is Giannis Antetokounmpo.
We're chasing perfection.
Basketball guide. The Milwaukee Bucks are NBA champions once again. The Greek Freak is a Greek NBA champion.
It's a dream come true, but this is not the end. It's all at the beginning, you know.
What a journey it's been for Giannis. I've been lucky. I've gotten to have a front row seat for the majority of it. And now, joined by NBA champion Kendrick Perkins and senior writer Zach Lowe. Guys, our group chat, it was on fire talking about Giannis and his performance. Zach, eventually you won't have an Android, and then, we'll work on that. We'll get you the iPhone. We'll do it. But I do want to relive some of that. What do you think, Big Perk?
Whew, when you talk about Giannis and you talk about how impressive these past two games that he has had, I mean, it's been unreal. Look, he's making a case for him to be the MVP.
We're going to get into all that. First, we're going to see the highlight. Let's see how this all went down last night between the Milwaukee Bucks visiting the Brooklyn Nets. Let's go ahead to the fourth quarter, though, Big Perk. You can see Kevin Durant and Giannis Antetokounmpo there. But here, James Harden. Giannis Antetokounmpo hits a step-back three.
The confidence.
And that's an addition to his game, Big Perk. And when he needed it the most. By the way, that bucket passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points in Bucks history.
Everything we said Giannis couldn't do, he's proven us wrong.
Kevin Durant trying not to have this one go to overtime, heaves it up. Not quite.
I have no problem with that shot whatsoever. You're the best player on that team. You could take it, even if it's over outstretched Giannis.
So 15 seconds left in overtime. Looking for Kyrie Irving. Kyrie back to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant gets a shot up. That was a good look. I'm not mad at it. Kevin Durant goes down. He was fouled on that play. It looked like he was holding onto his ankle after Wesley Matthews collided with him. But he would eventually get up, head to the free throw line, and we know he is good there. Sinks the first one, sinks the second one. Or sinks the first one, sinks the second one, sinks the third one to take a 1-point lead. Giannis Antetokounmpo all the way to the rack. He's fouled. But Big Perk, in the playoffs, remember, people loved when Giannis went to the line because they thought, okay, here's an opportunity for him to miss some free throws. Bruce Brown, a little surprised. Giannis takes a deep breath, collects himself, heads to the free throw line.
And hit both of them.
Hit both of them. 120, 119. Kevin Durant, if you have one shot and one opportunity, you want Kevin Durant to take it.
You can't get a better look than that.
My goodness, it was a good look. 120, 119, Bucks win. Here's them after the game.
Did not know about it, but it's good. It's good because I'm changing the narrative. I'm not I don't want to be the guy only that dunks and runs. I can, make a three. But it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, if you don't have a successful season and if you don't try to keep getting better and staying humble and staying hungry to play all the way until May, June, nobody's going to remember this. So I just want us to stay humble. I want myself to stay humble. I feel like the more humble I get and the more hungry I stay, the more things I can accomplish, and the more art I can create. Playing basketball is creating art. So, and the more I can prolong my career. So I just got to keep staying humble, try to make my teammates great, win games, and good things like tonight going to happen.
What a week it's been for Giannis, right? I mean, Tuesday, he blocked Joel Embiid's potential game-tying putback in the final seconds to seal a 2-point win at Philadelphia. By the way, he put up a cool 40 points, 14 rebounds, 6 dimes, 3 blocks in a win that put the Bucks ahead of the Sixers and behind only the Heat at the top of the East standings. And then last night he faced KD in the Nets, and Giannis, he hit the game-tying 3, as we just saw, with under 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and then the game-winning free throws with 3 seconds to go in overtime, capped off a 44-point, 14-rebound, 6-assist night. That's quite the statement for a career 29% three-point shooter who has struggled at the line at times. But really, this seems to be changing the narrative, as Giannis Antetokounmpo just said. So Giannis made an MVP statement in these 2 wins, and the betting markets have reflected that. Giannis odds have dropped from 12-1 before the 76ers game all the way down to 5-1 now. That's according to Caesars Sportsbook, but still behind Joel Embiid and still behind Nikola Jokic. So the odds say, right, that Giannis is making a move towards his 3rd MVP. But Perk, is he your MVP right now?
You know what? He is. And let me tell you why.
Wow.
Okay, you go against Joel Embiid, right, in Philly, and you go and you outperform him in great fashion, game-winning block. And then the very next game, you're arguably going against the best player in the NBA in Kevin Durant, and you go onto his home floor and give him the work. And it's not how he done it. It's not what he done. It's how he did it. Like, not afraid to take over in the clutch when Chris Middleton was out. And Giannis, his confidence in his shot. See, here's the thing. We're talking about the MVP. I think he's in that conversation and should be the front runner right now. Check. We talk about the best player in the world. I think that's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Check. But I think we're setting the bar too low for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What do you mean?
Giannis Antetokounmpo bar is way higher than that. Giannis is trying to sit at the table with the GOATs. That's what Giannis is trying to do. Watching him play at the end of his career, he want to be sitting down having